Some moments on the football field carry more meaning than just the scoreboard. They echo deep emotions and stories of resilience. Browns kicker Andre Szmyt's breathtaking 55-yard game-winning field goal against the Packers wasn't just a triumph in the game. It was a powerful tribute to his late mother, Lala Szmyt. But here's where it gets emotional and profound. That kick symbolized far more than victory. It was a moment of honoring love, loss, and faith. On that chilly Sunday in Cleveland, with the clock winding down to just 2 seconds and the game tied at 10, Andre Szmyt prepared for a daunting 55-yard attempt. Before aligning for the kick at the Green Bay 37-yard line, he took a quiet but meaningful pause, crossing himself. A ritual he dedicates to his mom, who tragically passed away suddenly on July 10th, a mere 10 days before Andre reported to Browns training camp, chasing his NFL dream. "You might see me cross myself before each kick," Szmyt shared with Cleveland.com after the Browns clinched an improbable 13-10 victory. "That's part of my routine, staying centered in my faith. I believe I'm talented, but I also trust God has a plan for everyone, including me." Szmyt admitted, even after that iconic kick, he struggled to fully grasp the whirlwind of the moment. "You can't even script how that game unfolded. I'm still stunned by it." Grieving his mother's unexpected death due to an aneurysm, Andre revealed he's been navigating the past 2.5 months like a surreal dream, caught between moments of sorrow and the pressure to perform. After making the franchise's longest walk-off field goal, the first call he wanted to make wasn't to a coach or teammate, but to his mom. "It's fantastic to celebrate with my dad and sister here, but I miss my mom deeply. I can almost picture her in my apartment, cooking my favorite meals." The loss hit especially hard considering how his mother had been a rock in his life. A brilliant and adventurous woman who mastered 3 languages, had a notable career as a chemist, and above all, cherished her family. She and Andre shared daily routines like grocery shopping and cooking, moments that grounded him even as he was trying to make his way into the NFL, after stints with the Bears and Browns practice squads, plus some time in the UFL. One can only imagine how difficult it was for Andre to come back from a tough week 1, where he missed a key 36-yard field goal and an extra point, errors that contributed to a heartbreaking 17-16 loss for Cleveland. Yet he didn't want the public to use his personal tragedy as an excuse, but preferred to let his achievements speak. "I held off sharing my mother's passing to avoid excuses. Now, after Sunday's win, I want to dedicate my successes and game winners to her. It would be even sweeter if she were here to see it because she'd be over the moon." The Browns organization stood firmly behind him from the start. Head coach Kevin Stefanski acknowledged the obstacles Andre has faced, saying, "This kid has been through so much in life, and he's come through for us." This support was echoed by teammates across the roster, including veteran defensive tackle Shelby Harris, who praised Szmyt for his resilience, stating, "What kind of team would we be if we tore someone down after a couple of setbacks? Dre handled his struggles the right way, fixed things, and now nobody's even talking about it because he nailed that game winner." Among the closest teammates is punter Corey Bovorquez, who highlighted Szmyt's work ethic and dedication. "Andre is the first one in and last one out at practice, regardless of what he's dealing with. Everyone trusts him because he focuses on his craft and delivers when it counts." The Browns game itself was marked by improbable twists. A near shutout turned into a spectacular comeback, highlighted by Szmyt's clutch kick. Rookie edge rusher Adine Huntington summed it up spiritually. "God times everything perfectly. When things weren't going our way, we got that blocked kick. And then Dre hits that field goal. It just feels destined, like divine intervention." That heroic kick sent Szmyt into the iconic Dogtown, where fans passionately celebrated. But beyond the cheers and excitement, Andre felt a quiet presence with him, his mom. "I want to excel this season for her. She was always my biggest fan. I did it for my teammates and myself, sure, but a big part of me did it for her. I know she's watching and guiding me along the way." In moments like these, the world sees only the athlete and the game. But when you look deeper, you discover a story of faith, family, and facing grief head-on while chasing a lifelong dream. Szmyt's Doni invites us to reflect. How do personal loss and professional pressure collide? Should we be more understanding when athletes struggle? And what does it say about the human spirit when they rise to greatness despite such challenges? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think personal tragedy can be a source of strength or sometimes an unfair burden in professional sports? Share your views. This story is as much about football as it is about the human heart.